Hi friends, just wanted to go over a few things with you before you have your first day of seminary. So just looking at the pacing guide, you'll see that one of the first lessons is the role of the student. Several of you have asked me what that role of the student lesson is, because in the Doctrine and Covenants manual, there isn't a role of the student lesson. So what I would recommend you do for this one, it's just a good idea to, as you're setting up expectations and helping them fulfill their role as a learner, to go over what that actually looks like and what that means. So when you go to the seminary section where the teacher's manuals are, for this one, I'm going to recommend you actually go to the Book of Mormon manual. And at the very top, in the introductory materials, there is actually a role of the learner lesson right there. So if you click on that, the role of this lesson is very general. So it's not really specific to the Book of Mormon except for in one section. So as you go through there, it's all just about, again, about role of the learner, what they can do. And then there is a Book of Mormon teachings section there. And what I just recommend is you replace that with Doctrine and Covenant teachings. Specifically, have them look at D&C 88 verses 118 through 125. D&C 88 118 is a doctrinal mastery. So you can kind of pull in that lesson from a couple of weeks ago and talk a little bit about the doctrinal mastery, kind of bring that into what the role of the learner is, how they seek for learning. And then you could use the rest of the materials, the quotes, videos, things, other resources that are here in this lesson to do that. On the pacing guide, again, you'll see that there's also the escalator video. Just to find that, if you go to YouTube and just search "stuck on an escalator" video, it's this one right here. So with these two people, again, getting stuck on an escalator, pretty simple and straightforward there. With the pacing, if you are not starting next week, unless next week there is a life prep lesson, managing stress and anxiety. If you do not start next week and you're going to be starting the day after Labor Day, that's fine. But I encourage you to, or I don't want you skipping this lesson. Managing stress and anxiety is going to be a very important lesson for the youth. So you'll just kind of bring that one and bring it into this week or the following week. Either one of those first 2 weeks, it's a good one to start the year off with. So just make sure that you don't skip that if you're not starting next week. Lastly, just want to show you two online resources that are just kind of fun resources to have. Let's see if the first one is a website called Slido, and this is a free website. Let me extend my screen a little bit here. All right, again, that's called Slido, so you see the name right there. It's a free website, and all you got to do to use it, and I'll just show you what it looks like. So when you create a Slido, it gives you options of different things that you can do. You can have a Q&A, you can have multiple choice, you can do word clouds, you can do open text, so just like basically like a text chain, things like that. So it's a good just resource that you have where if you want the students to be able to engage electronically or engage in different ways other than just verbally, it's there for you. So if you're teaching, particularly if you're teaching live in person, this is a great one. If you're on Zoom, you have these other functions. You have polling, you have chat box, things like that. But if you're teaching live, this is a way to kind of bring in some of those tools to let the students use that. Again, just kind of a fun resource. And then the other one is just a website called Wheel of Names. And that's exactly what it is. You type in on the side, you can type in doctrinal mastery passages, you can type in students' names, whatever you want. And when you spin it, it will, this kind of a randomizer. So you can just go through that way. Maybe you use that as a doctrinal mastery practice. And it's a nice website to use. All right, those are just some things to look at that might make your life a little bit easier. Thank you again for all that you do. And this is going to be an amazing seminary year as we finish the Doctrine and Covenants and then transition into the Old Testament in January. It's going to be really great. All right, so thank you again for all that you do.